Oh, dearie me. Morning, folks. Morning, brothers and sisters. Don't get too close. Back away from your telly. I'm lurgied up. Proper lurgied up. But we are open for business, which means today is going to be a good day. I can feel it in me water. Oh, got me brew filtered coffee this morning. Oh, disgusting. Oh, lovely. Okay, before we start getting into the nitty-gritty of the NH80, I have a flipping huge cash giveaway, okay? Are you sitting down? Because I need your assistance. I have this bracket left over. It's been plastic dipped, so it was dipped with all the other little brackets that are on the bike, but I don't know where it goes. I cannot remember taking this off, but obviously it has come off of this bike because I have no other parts left for any other bike. So have a good look at it. Now, if you can tell me whereabouts on this beautiful NH80 that bracket goes, please drop me a comment below, and the first person that gets it right, if I match this up to the bike, wins 50p. Okay, steady on. 50 flipping pence. Right, okay, so that's the big quiz of the day. That's that out the way. Posty has been, the stalk of parts has dropped off this lovely little box. Oh, do we know what this is? Yes, I think we do, don't we? Oh, it's a carburettor of goodness. It's £18, 62 pence worth of beautifulness. Okay, it's absolutely lovely. And to top it off, the icing on the cherry on the cake is manual choke. Okay, manual choke opens and closes the butterfly for when it's cold start, etc. You'll know what a choke does. This bike is sort of an automatic choke. There is no choke cable or lever, so I've got to modify that. Got to drill through a panel that sits between your legs at the front there, beyond the back, houses the battery. I need to drill that and put in a pull push choke cable. I've got to try and get it to work this somehow. I'll work it out. It's not a problem. Okay, that's that. Now, this measurement is absolutely perfect. It's exactly the same. I'll show you when we get that old one off. This measurement is perfect. It's in the right place. We've got the screws in the same place as the original. Fuel in, same place. Diameter of the slider, pretty much exact. Yeah, so I just need to basically, these bolt holes, 48mm I think, centre to centre, and on the bike they're 42.5, 43. So I need to sort of Dremel those at that manifold out a little bit, so this will fit on. And I am quietly confident that that will do. Whew. Breathe easy, breathe. Whoo, flipping heck. I'm feeling groggy, I tell you. I'll tell thee, I'm feeling proper groggy. But mine is nothing compared to what these Ukrainians are going through. My thoughts, our thoughts, go out to all the Ukrainians out there. Don't they, Winston? Yes, they do. Okay. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. I've got lots of stuff to do. Catch you in a bit, sweetheart. Okay, well, it starts off good, doesn't it? I have managed to, even the top fits perfectly on the new carburettor. That is the new slider in there because it's just paired with this carb, isn't it? So that's good. Like I say, I've just got to open up those holes on that manifold. I've just found another issue because where we have the heat shield, which directs all the hot air out of the hole at the back there, the choke mechanism is hitting there. So I wonder if there's any way I can take out the butterfly and the mechanism and put it on this side. I think I can, because that bore in there. Obviously it's the same size as that ball there. You just undo the screw and take that plate off, and then the whole shaft slides out that way. So if I drill out this piece, or file that to start with till it's flat, and then drill it out, I should be able to put that mechanism on this side. Yes, it won't have the little stop parts on there, but I should be able to sort of stiffen it up a bit somehow. And then I just need to plug off this hole this side to stop extra air getting in, don't I? Well, that seems like a plan, because it will then in fact work better for me trying to get the cable onto there via this side. Okay, not a big issue. A little bit of work needs doing, but then again, like I say, not a big issue. It's something I can work with. I can't do any modifications on this manifold there because I need to increase the gap. Oh shit, between, I need to drop the kids off at the pole. Oh my god, I need to increase the gap between them two bolts, and obviously there's no more material to come out this way, so I need to go inwards with these two, which isn't a problem because you have slots either side to accept a M6 nut, and there's plenty of gap to slide the nut inwards and outwards a little bit, so that's not so bad. I literally have to go a couple of mil and a couple of mil, so that's all good. Let's look at it. Let's look at it like this, children. There we go. The manifold is okay. It's the same diameter. It's 19 mil. So that is spotty dog. Okay, right. Things are looking up. A little bit of modification, but that never hurt anybody, did it? I have some old cables lying around, some old brake cables and whatnot. I have ordered a push-pull twist lock choke cable. It's £5, so I'll give it a punt. That's on its way. Unfortunately, I thought I'd ordered it Thursday, but I didn't, so I watched it. So I've had to order it this morning, so it should be a sort of Tuesday. But I dare say we can get this thing going before then, hopefully. So, super duper. Right, I've been listening to Gary Newman. I am a massive fan of Gary Newman. I've got his 2017 album, Savage. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Listen to that. And I've got a double compilation of all of his old stuff. You know, Wear Glass, Down in the Tube Station. No, that was a jam. Down in the Tube Way or something like that. Our Friends Electric, Cars, all that kind of stuff. Beautiful, absolutely brilliant. So that's sort of picking me up a bit. Oh, I haven't got my mask on. Wipe your screens afterwards, please. Just disinfect your screens, you'll be fine. Okay, I was going to say something else to you guys as well, but I have forgotten because I'm so concentrating on what I'm doing here. Oh, it's going to be fantastic, isn't it? I'm sure she'll fire up straight away. Plus, I can literally get rid of all of this freaking shite on here. This can all go. I'm not taking all that panelling off because it's there for a reason. That ducting to direct the cool air that's sucked in from the fan on the other side, the impeller, and it blows the cool air across the fins, and like I say, out the back there. There's a little gap down there, which then goes whoosh, like that. So if I put my feet back here, I should get warm feet, shouldn't I? So yeah, all this super complicated nonsense can go. How are we doing with the... Oh, we seem to have a bit of suckage going on there, look, for the two-stroke oil. That's the point. Bugger, I need to go and get some two-stroke oil. Just from me fuel can, wherever I've put it. I've got 4 litres of fuel in this green can behind me, and no two-stroke oil to mix in with it, so I need to go and get some, because stupidly I put it all in the tank in there. Yes. Okay, right. I've got things to do. Crack on. Go and get yourselves a brew. Right, to be continued. Right, the first boob of the day. Well, actually, it wasn't today. It was probably last Sunday. I can't remember. Anyway, I thought to myself, oh, just check the battery. And it was in the on position. I checked the battery. It had just under 1 volt on it. Anyway, I put it there, I put the jumper on it, and it's charging away, but it wouldn't charge. It was just going flash, 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 flash. There's nothing there. I'm not even doing anything because I can't detect a battery. So I put the two fly leads onto the positive and negative, and I put that cable onto the positive and negative, which made that battery 10 something volts. Then I put the clamps on. Oops, that's what it was doing. Then I put the clamps on, and now it's charging quite nicely. So when it gets to sort of 11.5 volts, I should be able to disconnect the big donor battery, and the little battery for the Honda should then charge. Schoolboy error. What I'm going to do, I think, is leave the indicator on. So if ever I leave the ignition on, or put the ignition on, the indicator's flashing. Top tip. Okay, right. Where's the carburettor? I need to crack on. Oh, it's under here. Oh, come here, my little beauty. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, gilly doggly. Right, I took the main jet out of here, and I looked through my magnifying glasses. Oh, Gary, not now. Not now, Gary. Well, that sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? Bit of Gary glitter. Anyway, so like I said, I took the jet out, give it some eyage under there, and it was a 90 jet. Would you believe it? A 90. Not 90. And the one that came out was not. We had no markings on it at all. But when I looked down the Jap side, the eye of it, the new jet that was in this carb was absolutely tiny. So I'm guessing around an 80 or 82, and it was visibly my original main jet was visibly larger than the new one from there. So the old jet has gone into here, new jet has gone back into that carb there. Float heights were different, but that kit that I bought, there's technically probably nothing wrong with this, but the float kit that I bought was the basically the one that was in here, which fits this one a lot better because it's made for that carb. And it kind of worked, didn't it? The float sort of sat in there, but the needle valve was flopping around all over the place. Absolute nonsense. So I will endeavour to find out what's going on there. And just to show you that this is the part off the new carb, it is a really good fit. Proper good fit, that. So anyhow, that can go up there in the parts tray. Now I'm interested in getting this butterfly mechanism out of there. So I'm guessing if I undo that screw there, first of all, I think we'll just take that screw out there and see if we can slide it out. I don't think we will be able to because that screw is probably holding half of it in, but never mind. We're here, let's give it a go. Oh, bloody hellfire, that's yeah, that's proper tight. Don't want to break anything at this stage, do we, guys? No. When they called me ruin, they knew. Do 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 do. Right, that goes in there. There's a little screw just down there, so I haven't got that lost. Right, what happens now? Do we just pull that out of there? No, let's undo that screw as well. Just making note. Oh, sod now. Tighty, tighty, loosey, loosey. Flipping Nora. That ain't coming out of there, is it? Anyway, right, I'm going to endeavour to get that out of there. Yeah, it does need to come out of there. That screw, so it will come out regardless. Gotta carry on regardless. Right, before I do any manipulation of these holes, i.e. making them inwards a little bit by putting my Dremel in there and just literally beep, beep, like so, I have covered up hole, so I get no metal particles going down there at all, and you can see how far it's gone in. And to cover this side up, I'm just going to use the original cap that came with it. And there we go. So we're going to plug that hole too, so I can whittle away these two to my heart's content. Right, let's crack on. I'm going to need to get that nut off, that screw off, and yeah, ready to go. Okay, well, things aren't going too badly. Ooh, but yeah, what did I do? I got my drill out, I put my really abrasive pad on it, and I sort of held this up. There, you see, and I just basically ground off the top of there. You couldn't see a hole there, so what I did is I verniyered the diameter of that with the old gauge of measurementness, and it was 6mm. So I then put a 6mm drill down through there very carefully, and I kept the carb at an angle, as you can see there. Look, there's the debris at an angle, so nothing fell back into the holes or anywhere like that. So I kept it at an angle like that, straight through, popped it straight through, because it's only monkey metal, isn't it? Look at that, it's rubbish. So there we are. I have this at the moment. Now, there is a good reason that this shaft come out that far, because obviously this part goes over the big grommet in the on the air cleaner, doesn't it? So therefore, if that bracket was literally going like that, it would be hitting this and all the rest of it. But it kind of self-regulates itself by that screw hole there. Okay, so let's pop that screw into there. That's that, isn't it? That's the butterfly plate, if you like. Just pop that in there, line that up a little bit. Right, now to save me dropping that screw all over the place, I'm just going to magnetise at the end of my screwdriver. Oh, sir, suit you. Faster, faster. Oh my God, it's stuck. Oh, it's stuck, missus. Oh dear. Right, let's see if that's magneticized. Oh yes, it is. Lovely. So let's put that on there a bit better, like so. Okay. Spinny, trinny, spinny, flicky it around. Oh, shaky, shaky. Oh, shake. Oh, for goodness sake, sit still, will you? That's not going anywhere near it, is it? Oh, I love doing these one-handed jobs, don't you, children? Right, let's put that in again. Let's put that on the end of the screwdriver again. There's lots of take twos. Look at Mr. Pooler enjoying himself. He's loving the view. Oh dear. Right, let's have a go again, shall we? Get the right angles there. Stop shaking. Yeah. 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 Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. Oh, as if by magic. Ooh. Anyway, that's it. So that kind of stops that shaft going in and out. Therefore, this brings this right away from that grommet anyway, doesn't it? Now, what I'm thinking is I need to tack some sort of bracketry on there, and then make a sort of a connection to. I need to go and have a look at what I've purchased, because I don't know whether it's got like a brake cable sort of nipple on the end of it, or it's got a carburetor float nipple on it, which is a tiny little thin thing. But anyway, so what I did is I just used my little noggin, and I looked at this, and it actually says choke on it. So I think we'll use that, shall we? Now we have a little. Oh, there goes the guns. There's a little hook there. Unfortunately, this diameter is the size of the screw, which I've replaced with a shorter screw, because other than just wanging and flipping the original screw back in there, I thought to myself, just depth gauge it easy. So I put that in there, and obviously the screw was only like 10mm, because it had and the screw that actually the thread was only 10mm. The screw was about 20mm, because it had to go for all its gubbins, didn't it? So yeah, think twice, act once. So I put a shorter screw in there with a spring washer and a flat washer on there, just to stop anything going into that hole basically and rotting it. There is no gap in, there's no hole in there obviously, but it's I feel better that it's there. Right, where were we? We were here, weren't we? So I thought to myself, well, if I very gently ream that out somehow without melting, getting it too hot so it melts the plastic, if I can do that, take that shaft back out, slide that on the shaft, and then that little tab there or something will kind of sit against that little tab there. So when you pull the cable, obviously, to put the choke on, it goes forward, doesn't it? So let's put that into practice. That's sort of set on there, isn't it? In line with that sort of tab, like so. Oops. That's it. So you pull the choke, and it goes. Oh, okay, neck. Come on, E.T., work it out. Mummy. Oh, it's a good job we can laugh, isn't it? Right, so there we go. That's in the open position. No, it's not. That's in the open position. So as you pull the choke lever on the front, it closes up the choke. It stops the airflow, therefore just sucks in fuel. Therefore, it starts better. And then, as obviously, you gradually open it up via the cable, and it opens it up completely. So it's a method, isn't it? It kind of works. Up here for thinking, down here for dancing. If it will work, I'll try and get it to work. Sadly, that carburettor didn't fall into that bracket, did it? But there we are. So yeah, it's a plan. I'm now going to offer it up to the bike. Let's do that right now as we speak. My name is Ruin. Okay, so we've got that. That goes sort of in there, doesn't it? Like so, and that sits on the manifold. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I think there's plenty of... See, where the choke was the other side, you can't take that tin work off. You can't do it because it's there for a purpose. It guides the air through the engine and then out. Otherwise, you'd have all the heat coming this way onto all the carb and everything, and that just wouldn't work, would it? So there we go. That's going to go in there. And I'm guessing that lever's going to be... Where's it going to be? It's going to be about here. And I reckon, you know what, I reckon that's spot on. I reckon that is absolutely spot on. Right. Now I've done the hard bit, I'm just going to try and ream out. Do beg your pardon. How's the battery doing? Well, it's charging, but there's no bars on it at the moment, so that's going to take pretty much today, I reckon, don't you, to put some boost back into it. With that ignition on, the things run completely and utterly flat. Okay, oh yeah, here's that old screw nut that went into the side of the carb. Where did I put the carb? Oh, you muppet. Yeah, that was in there, holding all that bracketry together. And obviously, if I'd have tried to wang that in there, not thinking, it would have got to there and then stopped, and I'd have forced it, and something would have broken off because that's toffee. And there and there. Yeah, so that's that. Right, I'm going to try and very gently ream that out. What I'm going to do is I am going to... Why is that not focusing again? That's better. I am going to try and drill that out with the M6 drill, which is still in the drill bit. Unfortunately, I only have the one because that is the most common size that I use, and yeah, a few others have snapped. But what I'm going to do is try and lubricate this as I drill to try and keep the outside temperature of that metal sleeve cool, so it doesn't melt the plastic. I want to keep that in where it is. It's not important if it comes out. I will line it with something like, where's my tray of bits and pieces? Probably already out somewhere. No, not there. Where is it? Prepare yourself, E.T. Come on, man. What's the matter with you? Been bodging Scarpa, honestly. Where are they? There they are. I could actually line it, you know, with something sort of like that. Oh, that looks like M6, doesn't it? Oh, not quite, and this is just a bit of burr on the end of it. Anyway, that's the kind of idea I'm looking at. Doing that, or even cutting off a bit of this. Is that M6? Yes, it is. I could even cut off a bit of that sleeve, couldn't I? Like that, and just araldite it into the black piece of plastic. Where did that go? Right. Exciting, isn't it? I'm really getting there. What I'll do is I'll use a slave battery to try and start it when I've finished whittling and a wattling with me thingamajigamy. Alright, okay. Oh, come on, you Reds, let's have a wooga. Come on. Oh baby, oh baby. Oh, sorry about that. Not really. Okay, well, it's moving along even better now. When I tried to start drilling out that little sleeve out of there, it just literally popped out. She cried. So that is 8.5mm outside diameter, and no, 8mm outside diameter. This piece here, this Honda piece, is 8.5 outside diameter. So I use my 8.5 drill bit just to very gingerly just ream out that little bit. So that's a really nice push fit in there. That's good. So we got that far, like so. So then I thought to myself, well, let's dry run it. Let's pop that back in and put that round there, because that's supposed to go like that. So that's literally locked in there. That keeps that from doing what it needs to be doing. So then I decided to slide that in. Ooh, ready? Oh, no lube as well, going in dry. There we are. So basically that will be closed choke, wouldn't it, effectively, and that would be open choke. Yeah, agreed. Okay, so that would work. Where's the open position? There's the open position. That would work if the cable was coming up from here. Can you see what I mean, boys? Because when you pull the choke on, like that, effectively, it's down here. But my cable's going to be coming in from this way, not from below, because you literally got the kickstart just about here. So I thought to myself, what can I do? So what I've done, very carefully, if you just watch this, I basically moved this shaft round and put it on the plastic where it needs to go, yeah? And if you can see, I've braddled a little dot there, yeah? So what I need to do is now drill a little tiny hole in that plastic, the same diameter as this lug, and then that should basically slot down it and lock into there, locking the handle where I need it. Okay, does that make sense? Right at the back? Good. Okay, there's always a way around stuff, isn't there? Generally. So now I need to find out what the size of that is. So let's just do this live. Let's do it. Oh God, where's me thing gone? Right, let's put that on 0. Let's off and off it. Right. Let's have a measure. That is the best part of 2.5mm. So 2.5mm drill bit. It is 2.5mm. Right, let's shall we? Sure, I'm going to need 2 hands for this, aren't I? Shall I put you in the? Do you want to see this live? Let's do it. Where's my legs gone? There they are. Where they called me run, I knew. Right, let's do this. Let's do this thing. Okay, let's turn that off. No point in draining the battery. Can you see that right? No, you can't see that right. Okay, I'm going to do my best with my shaky hands, because I really need to eat something. Let's just be very gentle. No pressure on the drill, just let the drill itself drill its own hole. Don't need to go fast. The slower you go, the more control you got, isn't it? There we go. Do I need to go right through? Yeah, I think I do. Oh. Right, there we go. Okay, so now you can see, well, you can't see, got that little hole going right through there. Let's have a quick look at this. Let's put that in there like so, and the vinegar stroke, that should snip into there like that. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Right, let's offer it into the carb, like so. Is that right? I've got it the wrong way around. Well, that hasn't really done an awful great deal, has it? Oh, yes, it has. No, it hasn't. That goes that way. Where was it before? And it was there, wasn't it? Like that. Okay, that was open. That was in the stop position, and down was choke on. Right? Okay, that's choke on, but that's too far down. That needs to be up there a bit more, doesn't it? Oh, it is right. That's right. So that's choke on, closed butterfly, and open. Yeah, but it goes. Which way does it go? Does it go that way? Let me put my thing in, and we'll have a look. I'm just confusing myself now. All my brain power's gone. I have to work on all that nonsense out, haven't it? Right, have I still got magnetism? Yes, I have. Animal magnetism. Right. The moment of truth. Now this little screw needs to have a drop of thread lock on it shortly, because I can't keep screwing this in and out because it is monkey metal at the end of the day. Oh, I've screwed my finger to it. Oh my God. Just going to nip that up slightly. Right, so, yeah, choke on, cable pulled out, yeah? Choke on, cable pulled out, cable pushed back, choke open. That really does work perfectly, doesn't it? I thought I was right the first time. So you've basically got that much play, which means the cable can come in from this direction, and that's that. What do you think? Not a bad bodge, is it? That's not bad at all. And I can also get a bit of sleeve in here. I'm just going to actually vernier that and see what the gap is, and I might even just put a bit of, I don't know, a couple of layers of heat shrink over there, so it's sort of plasticized and a little bit of sealed there, because don't forget, air can still get through there. I'm not being really Alan about it, but it's got to be right, guys, isn't it? It's got to be right. Look at that. That is an answer. So basically I'll just drill through here, and then the cable attaches to that, and beep, 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 beep. Cool. I don't need a bracket here to grab the cable, because the cable is fixed through the panel that I'm going to screw it to. It's fixed on there, so I just need to cut it down to length to about there, and it will just do its own thing, won't it? Oh my goodness. Right, I think I need a brew. Brain is aching, hands are shaking, and it's flipping raining. Oh, lots of rhyminess there. Right, we're getting closer. We are getting closer. Now I'm going to take all this apart. I'm going to put my plastic cap back on the end of that Venturi, and I am going to start whittling my holes with the miniature Dremel. Okie dokie. Ooh, it's going to be good. Right, something to eat, something to drink. Let's crack on. Okay, I have been indoors, and I've got out my workshop Dremel sort of thing from Woolworths. Yes, this is when Woolworths was a thing, many moons ago, as you will know. Runs off of a transformer, off of 240, plugs in via the old, and we've got a speed dial, on off, the spindle lock button, and then the adapter. Right, let's crack on. I've worked out I need to take off 2.5 mil each side. So this is going to take a while, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to do here. So right, I'll bore you no more, and pause you there, and hopefully when I've finished, should be good to go. Oh yeah.
Oh, madam! Keeping it completely perpendicular to the hole.
Ooh, time is creeping nearer. I have been busy finger blasting away at this thing for a long time. Right, it's prepped and it's ready. Have a look. There's the holes, new elongated holes, and there are the nuts on the rear which slide into there. Now obviously, as I had to go in a bit further, I had to remove a bit of material so the nut slides in further. But then I had to remove a bit of the nuts, top and bottom, via a bit of sanding, just so they slotted it in nice. But anyway, there it is. That's that. The mechanism's in. I've put 5 layers of heat shrink on there, which gives that a bit of stiffness. Ooh, there, you see. Okay, right, I need to get this on the bike pronto, because we need to just fire this up in a second, because I know it's going to. Ooh! Big up, big up. Right, let's have a go. Okay, she's in there, fuel's in. There is a boo-boo I've made. I am going to need to move this to the bottom there, because obviously that's choke on and that's choke off, but it's hitting this, and that's nowhere near fitted yet. When it's fitted, it's probably right there. So yeah, that needs to be moved down to there, but then it will still hit the bottom, won't it? I'll sort something out, don't worry about that. So for the time being, we'll go in air filterless. So what is the choke? That's open, that's closed. Okay, let's say fuel line on. I've blocked off that vacuum thing which went to all this nuts, guffy rubbish. That's in. I've done that to what I think is right. Where's my screwdriver, just in case I get panicky and it starts racing away. Clean everything from the back wheel, just in case. Bits flying around everywhere. So I can just literally undo that, just to slow it down a bit. Right, I've put the original battery back on. It was up to 2 bars, so let's have a look and see what happens. Right, we've got an indicator. Let's turn that off. Should we go for a start? Oh shit! I've got to put the brake on, haven't I? Brakes on. Yeah. Right. Give it a bit of gubbins. Give it a few seconds for that fuel to trickle through into the float valve. That's the point. I've got to put the overflow on, but I'm going to need to take it off again to do all this nonsense. We had. Let's have another go. Okay. Okay, and that's. Let's do that up a little bit. Make sure that's down. Yep. Okay, well we have some sort of... Oh, do you know what? The choke's still on, isn't it? Let's open the choke up. Does it need choke? I wonder. No, she doesn't need choke. Woohoo! Oh yeah, that's an awooga moment. Wooga! Right, before I let it run for too long, I need to get the right mixture of oil fuel in there, because I don't want it to seize up. Right. Throb, throb, throb. I'm good, aren't I? Hey. Ooh, sounds quite good actually. Yeah, I might drain that fuel that's in there and just make sure it's 100% right. 25 to 1. Now, am I right in saying 25 to 1 is, say, 250 mil of fuel equals 10 mil of 2-stroke oil? Am I right in saying that? I think I am. Now, 30 to 1. Surely that's reducing the oil, isn't it? 40 to 1, that's reducing the amount of oil, because you've got 40 parts petrol per part oil. That's right, and just drop a comment down below, guys, just to make sure. I don't want to fuck anything up. Not if I've got this far. Okay, well that's good news about the carburettor, isn't it? So we know that it's a runner, which is absolutely splendid. I'm going to have a bit of a tinker around now and get that fuel sorted out because I don't want a dry seize on it. Okay. Smug face, engage. Oh baby. I don't do smug very well, do I? What a beauty. That is just so worth the time and the effort. I knew I had to do something with that carburettor. You can't buy originals anymore. If you do, they're probably the same state as what mine was in. You know, to move that, to just think outside the box. Chokes on the wrong side. You know, is it possible to put it on the other side? Well, yeah, it is possible. Just a bit of mucking about. I have, incidentally, the other side, where the shaft came out, with that long spacery sort of cast part on there, what I've done is I did a bit of chemical metal. Put a bit of this in there. I've got this little bit left over, look. Like a bloody rock. So I put 10mm of that in there and smoothed it all off, so that's not sucking in excess air. You know, I'm just chuffed to pieces. All I want to see now is that two-stroke oil being sucked up that pipe. I might even snip. Hey, that's moved up. That has definitely moved up. What I might do is snip this little cable tie off there, pull that off, ooh, misses, and inject a little piece down there just to fill that tube up so there's no air in the system. Because this poor thing is sucking and sucking and sucking. All it's doing is sucking air, isn't it? So if I fill that up, then I've got no reason to worry about the two-stroke oil, because there is plenty in the two-stroke oil tank. That's right. Okay. Do you know what? I'm absolutely knackered. I might even just shut the shed door and go and put my feet up, actually. Do you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to tidy up a little bit, put the tools away, and go and have an afternoon nap. I think I really deserve that. Anyway, guys, thanks for looking again, guys and girls. Thank you for your comments, your tips, your kindness, your kind words. Thoughts are elsewhere, unfortunately, at the moment, because of what's going on abroad. You know, all those poor people just wish there was something we could do. But anyway, life goes on, doesn't it, unfortunately. I'm hoping that something good's going to come out of this very soon, or the fighting stops. Somebody comes to their senses, you know what I'm saying? Big sigh of relief. Okay, guys, lots of love and big hugs to everybody. Can't name you all in person because there are just so many of you guys now that are just so kind and considerate and just bloody brilliant. Right, E.T., don't leave the key on position. Muppet. Right, thought I'd say thanks for looking, and I will catch you next episode when I get the beastie outside and just go over everything with a fine poo. Be good. What a result. Right, as you can hear, she's running nicely, and the best part is the oil pump's working. So that's good. Right, ta-da. Fuel gauge works! Woohoo! Okay. Light bulb doesn't, or does it? No, it doesn't. Well, I've got way too much oil in the mixture now. I've just literally put the whole can of this in, neat unleaded. That's gone straight in there. So hopefully that will just work its way through, and the bore will bed in. This thing will bed in nicely in the bore. Right, let's just check the voltage across the battery terminals. Happy with that? Right, this is definitely tatty bite. Couldn't be happier. See you later.